objects, they are already high in the sky, while the sun is not even present on the horizon or behind the horizon. So pay attention on this. We have two objects. This is one above here, and another one is right next to it on the left side toward the northeast. This is the east.
Internet.
We have clearly seen behind the clouds. Very and you will see what will happen. I'm gonna let this video run for the original.
Material, man.
The original
Starts beefing with me and shit. He starts going
not
off
original.
nowhere, basically.
But
You know, at this point, I even made a video about reptilians and game
explain
as
that
like a bridge that you can share with everyone's like kicking them out. Like, hey, I don't believe in reptilians, but if I believe in some type of evidence for proof, shit, we should hear about it. You know, any sense of the Eastern stars are involved in my fucking party, I believe. There's different factions and groups.
Material that I have from different early in the morning.
So did I.
If you are watching very closely, you will spot a huge vector here on the same place that this huge vector is all seen here, and we'll break the I speed up the street. Take a photo now. Standing down from the beach, something is up there on the edge. You can see some illuminated spot like.
Right, this is what I saw today. I caught live on the weather cam, and I knew, just had a gut feeling, this gentleman's channel, he will capture this against the grain. So I never do a good job on this. It's just pure luck that the camera was working for the first time in ages. So I don't know, this is got Hi, Tanya. Oh, they've been down on my bloody ears. They're hacking into my internet as well. Documenting the source side 68 2022 UK. Suddenly demonic things. Police state control system. They don't like it, do they? They're trying to make me dizzy now. Good job I'm in bed. Where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, keep hacking into my network. And radiate me at the same time. One watching. Where's one watching? 27 minutes, and they're still blocking the main internet connections. Rerouted again. And the connections rerouted again. I'm getting feedback on this side and still just bear with me. Who else gets this problem? Let me meet one of them. Yeah, they're hacking. I can tell what they're doing. Oh, are you, Tanya? How you been? Well, they're trying to hit my bloody left ear at the moment. They're messing about with my keyboard and my mouse. Trying to hack into every down there. Alien. Making me bloody ill. I can't even bloody type in my own chat. Now I can't type into my own chat. Look at that. I misspell it because they're trying to mix about my keyboard. Right, Tanya? No, oh well. I had to go out earlier. They're making me dizzy right now. They're messing about with both ears. And they're ramming into my back of my bloody net. My hair. Net. They're messing about with me right now, frequencies. Ugh. So that's a tweet to try and rest up now. They start up, don't they? Hacking. Everything. Main internet, computers, phones, you name it going on. I wonder why. So, and I'm getting the old chest 5G frequencies on top. So that's ramping up on my chest. So I had to go out and get my gas and electric, which I've been blocked for 4 weeks with the other place as perpetrators. So I had to go somewhere with no access. But I'd Thank goodness I was able to balance a wheelchair and then try. And this, my back's going to kill me in the morning. I wake up again. To ask the guys in that only shop I can use so to top up my electric key and the gas. Not much. But because the weather, again, from not really tomorrow, but from Monday onwards, it's going to, especially towards the latter part of the week, it's going to get extremely hot again. So that means it costs electric, and I tried to find another handheld fan, battery operated. But every time I'm trying it out, I'm ill, so I can't do anything. And I missed the shop I wanted to get to today to get a replacement. So, anyway, I've got food and electric now. That's the main thing. And this on my chest is the frequencies of what you said about trying to move my bed. Bloody hell, I tried that earlier. There's no physical ability to do that safely with my equipment I've got. But my mate tried to help me manoeuvre on the settee, 2 of them. And it's not big enough. I need this bed. It's too low, it's not big enough. But they tried to put some pillows behind my wheelchair while I'm in it, and to try and stable me more physically so I'll get some sleep in there. But that was so uncomfortable sleeping. So they put me into bed. Yeah. So I've got to think again about that one. Unless I can get a massive great bit of lead protection against that wall. I don't know what else to do. But you know, at the point I went to the shop, Tesco PLC, one company, and they're blocking me searching this online, so I can't be bothered. But I went into the store to get a few bits. It's very expensive than it normally is, and they closed off the other part another way, so I couldn't go back where I was to go somewhere else. So I had no other choice but to go that one. To get a few bits, so I wouldn't have to go out Monday. I could stay put, you know, because this thing on my chest, last time I got it, I was laid out for over 2 weeks. Not going to go out or do anything. And I hope it just goes away. It's not great when you got this on top. So yeah, the two, one male and female, in Tesco's, small shop, said, I tried to tell you, it's just, where else can I move it? I tried earlier today, a bit of drink, and it's extremely, the way they have to maneuver my equipment and me as well, transfers, absolutely ridiculous. It's really, really tried, and it's not tried at every angle kind of thing, and it's not right now. Can't do it. The layout and everything for me, mobility wise, impossible. I think that's why they put that bloody smart meter there, knowing it's going to affect me. Well, not just that, is it? You got the perp neighbours putting their smart meters in, brain controlled, and sort of like, oh yeah, the perps will get the smart meters and I'll get radiated. Well, they would too as well, but yeah. Going to the point of the shop, one female, I've seen it before, And I said, oh, you've had a change around then. This was where we now Saturday. Beginning of the week, I noticed I started moving things around. Okay. In the store, I just thought convenience, simple, you know, get used to how things are, don't you? Well, this time move things around. So I negotiated my wheelchair differently. And it's quiet at 9:30, thank goodness. And then the female said, yeah, a couple of days back, policies changed. She said the laws changed. And I was too tired to ask her what law. She's only young anyway, she wouldn't probably know. Oh, we have to move unhealthy foods from the front part of the store and by the tills. What do you mean? I says unhealthy foods. She says the sweets and the snacks, you know, crisps and that lot. Really? Oh my god. And why is that? And that's what she said, the right response. And then she says, yeah, it's a bit ridiculous because we're selling cigarettes and alcohol behind the tills and by the till section anyway. Oh, what's the point? And then I just clicked. I just thought, there's a lot of CCTV cameras in that place. And if you're using your Tesco points card to get points off, I bet they're monitoring what you're spending. Yeah, what you're buying, tracking, yeah, and then watching you what you're buying. Yeah, and if you're using the self-service tills with your bank card, so they can track you then. And I thought, oh, stuff it. I'll use my other bank card I don't normally use, right, to buy the £10 worth of food. And because they would be monitoring anyway. I thought, well, let's test it out then. Yeah. Talk about control already with a big brother police state in England. It's already here. So I haven't researched a national policy yet. And I haven't come across any email yet, a consultation for UK public, what they think about the store policies, because surely that's head office, where the head office space of that company. If it's just that particular store company, then people will go elsewhere, won't they? Or is it going to be like if people buy online, you know, you can still buy your, you know, with your sweet tooth and all that kind of stuff if you don't get hacked like me. Or you just shop elsewhere and get it. But that's what the other guy also, I says, yeah, it's a bit, you're busy, are you? Really working hard, you know? Just general chat. And he's only young. He's so young. He could be my nephew, you know? And so he said similar to what the female said. And I thought there's only a couple of them on working, I think, and that idiot security guard who was the perp anyway. So I got my bananas, and of course the prices are so creeping up, and that's what I noticed. So I thought, let's have a look. They got any worms or any crickets? You know, the photo you did, and let's have a look. They got them stocked in yet. And I joked with the bloke about that. I said, "Haven't you got any crickets or salted crickets or salted worms?" And they didn't know what I was on about. Their mind was as blank. And I was just trying to joke about it. And I just went on my merry way because they weren't picking up the joke. And I thought, oh my gosh, don't tell me it's all come in now already. So I just want to have that penny's worth. I think you popped out now, Tanya. Yeah, well, I hope your mum feels better, by the way, what's happened to her. And I hope you can help her. I'm going to mute this now, okay? I'm just going to get a rest for a minute. She's the biggest bloody fake TI I've ever known. Diana Kane. This is all about control. Come on, she only wants views for a channel. They're not real, she's mind control. This mind control bloody program. Look, you don't get like she's drinking on the YouTube again. Wayne, not Wayne, Will. I'll give you some dirt about him. He's just a bloody perpetrator. And she's just like, gets attention. She's attention seeking woman. You look how she's not had any of her live stream. She is just putting the targeted program into disrespect for her actions. Did you know she's not doing her personal services, allegedly, for that male? She's been going one man to another. One man to another. And they're all jumping on the bandwagon now. They're all coming out. And this is the what the program does. The targeted program does. All right. This is what it's all about. NK Ultra based mind control. You see, she and Will, they're all staged. Will come on the scene 2022. Oh, sorry, 2021, right? And it's all saying to us, I mean, I've got to watch another film. I'm just staying not watching film with James trying to rest. And it's all demonic, right? There's genuine people out there, you know. There's more important things to be concerned about. And when you see the signs and symbols, not just of what she's doing, but the subject generally, and educateself.org, you'll find evidence. You see, I had two other channels build up loads of subs, and they took them down because I shared the truth. I don't lie about anybody, I just share the facts. And excuse me. Can't speak very well. Bloody radiation, I bet. She's not getting affected by 5G in the mountains where she is. She's not getting affected by the scalar waves, the microwaves radiation. No, I can't even bloody find my own video. And she can see they're always hacking me. She never gets hacked, right? There you go. She never gets hacked on her bloody channel, right? This is the police state. It's freemasonry, right? She never gets hacked on her bloody channel. My Danielle wasn't watching the film. She doesn't share. I've got a screen share. This bloody stupid cow. No disrespect. Right, right. That's on me. Diana Kane. You gotta look, 345 subs. She's only built it by her stupid, pathetic actions. Right? Look all this. They're all flocking to her. She's drunk as anything. She plays music on a live stream. She don't give a shit. She's my bluntness. If I did that, shut my internet down straight away. No drama. Look at the way she dresses. It's like she's a clone. Drinking alcohol. She's possessed.
Oh, I don't
Come on, she's my child.
She's a fucking troll, dude.
She doesn't live in her own place. She doesn't rent it. You've got to put the trailer with Jessie. What's she really doing with the guy? She's still got her teeth. She's not been affected by the radiation. She's a fake individual. What's your bondage?
Because she hates the same.
And she just all the older kids. She don't see them anymore. They made her. She thinks she's going to be famous. Loads of people. Get some really important facts out there. You just watch her shape shifting, bloody demonic actions. When you start the video, you can see her shape shifting. And this is what the demonic side of life is doing.
Say, I don't. I use my real name and my real.
Yeah.
If you're the bestiality,
There's so much conquer divide. She's part of it. Okay. Look at the devil horn. That hand just now. What she was doing. She didn't give a shit about nobody but herself. She's really possessed. Hold on, let's get it. Showing up in alcohol. Why? Isn't that not genuine? Where's the real video showing her going to work, getting harassed by people? Where's the real videos about her and Jessie? About the real relationship they have? Yeah? All you see is in a trailer. Where's the real videos about her keeping a job? Where's the real videos about her actually earning her own living? You don't see them. Okay. She's just acting out stupid.
It told me it's Japanese. By far.
Sheep and wolves clothing, that's what you call it. So.
Japanese are pretty. The Japanese women are beautiful.
And all that comes out of the mouth is just statements without evidence. You get no invasion.
And so.
And then what she does, she gets people to view her, and then she puts the screen on with it. Now she's sticking it out. That's what shape shifting does. You want to go on Facebook, she edits out. I saw Will shape shift as well before. They all point to the same, they all know each other.
I don't know what the rest of the wolves are going to do, but
they don't talk about anything useful.
I'm not stupid. I get it. Like, these are like cockroaches, but.
shame when she turns to drinking. You know, people drink problem. She's got a drink problem, and she can't drink like anything.
By the Japanese people.
Do you really want to get
You should know that. Yes, World Cup songs.
kind of things she talks about? What's more important is the world affairs that's going on. So let's have a look. Not even spring.
I admire the Japanese and their culture. And I met Japanese people in real life.
She's a liar.
It went incredibly
She's untrue. Don't trust this one at all. You can't trust her.
Japanese culture for the people.
Stay way away from them.
They tell me. Toma arigato. Domo arigato. I don't know a lot of Japanese, but when I try to speak Japanese, I sound like a drunk Japanese. I don't do justice to the Japanese language. But I just want you to know that I honor all things Japanese and the Japanese people. Domo arigato. I learned about Japanese culture and Japanese people. And I just want you to know that probably, I just want you to know that I met some Japanese this week, and they were so beautiful, so kind, and so well-mannered, and so lovely. And I gotta say, I don't have any complaints.
No, you're
I
coming.
am a fan. I'm a fan.
Show that.
I have an army of 140 girls in Japan. An army of 140
Yeah.
beautiful, cultured,
My
educated
comments are not showing up.
Japanese women. And oh, I am unbeatable. Hold on. No, even the Koreans know that the Japanese
Right.
are superior.
What is you say?
This is what you have to know about Asia. Is that the rest of Asia knows that Japan is supreme among all Asian nations. Japan is the queen of Asia, and I have friends in Japan, and I have Hitomi and all of her friends who work for the Emperor of Japan
I can see
and
what I
are
just
trained
typed, but it's not
ninjas.
showing up on this platform
So
on the
he's
screen
gorgeous.
as I went back into the internet and deleting comments.
Let them folks their support to me. And so you should all be really should be worried because these young women are irresistible. They're really beautiful. All of Naomi's friends are as beautiful as she is. All day trained in the arts of the ninja. The fucking ninja. They'll slit your throat and no one will ever hear you scream. There you go. My beautiful, beautiful Toby Honda. And they will come for you. There's 103 of them. And you will not be able to resist because these young women are by far the most perfect and gorgeous. These are Japanese women, and they've been trained in the art of the ninja. So I got ninjas, motherfuckers. Ninjas. What do you got? I got ninjas. Fuck you and all your bullshit. I got ninjas. You won't see it coming. Because these women, these beautiful, deadly women, will make you think they're just innocent. Oh, this is the greatest thing ever happened ever. Thank you, Hitomi. Domo arigato. Many compliments to your emperor. Thank you. here. Hello, Courtney. Welcome. Right? Long Island Iced Tea. Listen to the music. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any start.
So I don't know. When genuine people out there.
So this is my business. I'm now trying to set it up. A business page on on Facebook website, and I had a page. Hold on, it's loading. I had a page I set up. That's my account. This is the account, I believe. Yeah, if I'm correct. I'm not too much into it. This is my account, and I'm trying to, put some stuff on here to, and I had a page. I can't find it. Okay, I'll pause ad block on this site. Reload the page. Nope, that ain't it. Okay, we're taking these off. Let's go back. Reboot. Nope. So I guess the page I created is gone.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Let's have a look. Japan, earthquakes. Japan now moving below, and Gulf of California hit. Let's have a look at different platforms. And also what you want to watch for. Let's see if they're happening to my Twitch account.
This year. Yeah, there was. Here. There was a 7.1 to 7.2 earthquake that struck North Philippines last week, like 8 or 9 days ago. Then, 1 to 2 days later, this started. That's why I issued the warning. So now, what's happened since I issued the warning? We saw a separate break going up to near 6, 5.7, and a bunch of 4s and 5s. Now a new deep earthquake down below the location, leading me to think that something's coming still. I hope I'm wrong, and if I am, I'll get back on. It's not like we have to wait weeks and weeks for this. It's now taken place. The break has taken place, and the deep earthquake is down below it. The only thing now missing is a new 7 to pop off on the other side of the Philippines, to go from Philippines up to Japan with a bigger earthquake. Hopefully it'll just carry. Hopefully I'm wrong. It won't hit. Instead of a swarm will break out. 4s and 5s will carry on and go up the coast and keep on going all the way up into Alaska, where we may see a bigger earthquake out in the middle of nowhere, out in the ocean of the Aleutian Island chain somewhere. We'd see then the earthquake pop off up there. But that would be a forecast miss for me for Japan. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But it looks like we're right on the edge of it. I'm getting shut down so much, makes me think they already know something's up. But anyway. Deep earthquakes here over at Tonga. Deep earthquakes leading to shallower, larger earthquakes. That's it. I have not checked the Volcanic Ash Advisory Center, but at this point, it may be prudent to check at some point throughout the update. Let me put you on hold really quick here, and I will go open it up, actually. This is actually somewhat important. I would encourage you to check the Volcanic Ash Advisory Center.
Who should I say?
You don't have to always go into it, but it may help you.
I am.
Volcano Discovery?
That I am.
Technically out of
Whatever you say, say of yourself. So
I know we're live, so
don't you
I mean we're live on Twitch, but I'm recording.
You better be able to walk it, talk it, you walk it. I've made pretty bold claims about myself. Yeah, I've been asked for proof. So far,
Where did you
Believe it
find
or
this
not.
video, Diana? Should I go rich in that one? Was that in the trailer?
oh yeah, my cousin apparently runs the family, at least in my hometown. He's like the guy, and he's
Oh, let's go back to the beginning of this one.
and my sample audience is proof that it is true. The problem is that, well, there are real people involved. Real people. People who pay a lot of money to keep their name out of the press. I worked for a guy who had this like laundry list of sexual harassment charges back in my hometown. Oh my God, everybody had a story about how this guy sexually harassed them. He was a total douche canoe. Well, his side chick, his lead server, well, she worked with my cousin, I guess, apparently. And I have to be careful because, you know, thin ice, right? This is all really thin ice. Anyway, so I start working here and I immediately dropped this name because I'm curious. Now I'm curious. Like I've learned a lot about my father's family. And I thought, wow, these people are really successful and well connected and seem to know people and have their fingers on the pie. So I'm gonna go home. Because I remember growing up with my name on billboards, seeing my name on billboards. If I Google my family name, well, you can see, Google it. If you know it, Google it. It's These people are successful and pretty wealthy and well off and well connected. They appear to be. And so I'm like, well, what happens if I drop this name? What happens if I go home and drop this name? It turns out, yeah, my cousin apparently runs the family, at least in my hometown. He's like the guy. And she doesn't like him. Oh, she doesn't like this guy. So my cousin's like, got a lot of pull. And I don't know. There's some potential here. It always seems to be my family drama. There always seems to be on my like father's side. There seems to, actually on my mother and my father's side. So this side is it's like high-end drama. It's like Richie evil drama. Yeah, go if you know, just Google it. I have to be really careful right now what I talk about and how I say, but if you know, you know, and you know I'm not lying. So this gets really interesting real quick, and a lot of really interesting stuff happens. And ultimately, I find an apartment to rent, and I go to meet with the realtor in charge of rental, and it's like exactly the perfect place. It's like between two major universities. There's a grocery store across the street. There's a Walgreens. It's like I can see my new job from my apartment. I can see the hospital in front of it. Like the bus will pick me up from my house. You can Uber anywhere in the city. You can walk anywhere. It's perfect. This is primo real estate. It's in a historical neighborhood, and it's where I grew up, and it's absolutely perfect. I love it, and it's perfect for me. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's owned in some way by Warren Buffett. His company is managing this property, Warren Buffett. And I walked into this office managed and owned by Warren Buffett to meet with a private agent to rent this property. And I dropped my family name, and boom. $450 later, I have an apartment, and I'm in a primo fucking location. But I'm working for a douche. Oh, I've heard rumors, but I'm like, I can handle it. Oh, I handled it. Did I ever? Oh, honey, it was game on. Oh, I was not a happy camper. I did not like this guy in the least. He was a douche. He would slap my ass with the menu when he walked by me. I was not a happy camper. I didn't like being touched by this guy. He targeted me, and other employees noticed it, and they were curious. It was quite the scandal, I guess, my time there. It caused quite the stir. There was a lot of gossip. And in the end, well, I made it known that I had nothing but contempt for this man. And he's pretty wealthy, and he has a name, and well, I have a name too. So I wasn't afraid to use it. And anyway, when my apartment suddenly was infested with bed bugs out of nowhere, it was this weird occurrence. I suddenly had bed bugs in my apartment. And so, that forced a sudden relocation because I'm not going to stay in an apartment that has bed bugs. Never going to happen. Well, I was forced to move about an hour away, it's about 45 minutes away, to a town that is pretty much ran by Warren Buffett's son, Howard. He has a house there. Howard Buffett. He was the sheriff of Macon County. He donates like $500,000 a year. Like, he literally keeps this town alive. Howard Buffett. It's really still a benefactor of this nearly defunct, forgotten Midwest manufacturing community, and it's like single-handedly keeping town of Decatur alive. And that's Howard Buffett, Warren Buffett's son. My mother bought a house there, and I moved in with her. And I was treated really well, actually. I never had any issues when I was staying with my mother in Decatur. It was actually very peaceful. It was a tough time for me emotionally and mentally. But as far as like being harassed by the cops or whatever, no. Being harassed by people, no. I was treated really well. My neighbors were really cool, and I never had any reason to see at any point while I was there. It was very nice. It was welcome. Indicator. By the locals and by my neighbors, they were cool people. While I was there, I felt perfectly safe the whole time I was there. I can say that about my time in Bloomington. Indicator, which is pretty much run by Howard Buffett, Warren Buffett's son, and Warren Buffett owned a company through who I rented my Bloomington. And so honestly, I have to say the Buffett family have been quite fair and decent to me. I mean, as a I mean, my time in Decatur was difficult because of COVID and because of a lot of it had to do with Decatur. This shit, I ended up having to fleet bed bugs, like my perfect bed bugs. I had to move with my mother. It was horrible. And then COVID happened. And then there was like everything shut down. It was Illinois. And then I decided to fucking go into New York. Ground zero, basically. I had to go to New York City in July of last year because I had to get out of Decatur because I needed to go to work. I had to go to New York in the middle of the night to find work. I had to just not be afraid of getting sick because I did my homework on all of this before I ever stepped foot. I had nothing but a year to sit and like read about this stuff and make up my mind. And I went to many sources. So by the time I decided to leave Illinois for New York, ground zero, well, I was pretty well educated and I never got sick. And I actually ended up with a pretty happy ending. I ended up with a job I love more than I thought I ever would. A job I enjoy and people, I mean, I really do love what I do. I ended up with a really great guy who was like incredibly flawed and fucked up, but so what? He's so good to me and he wants to get better. He makes me, like, he feels like I saved his life. He credits me for saving his life. And I'm so honored to play that good of a role in somebody's life. That they say, you saved my life. Oh my God, that's awesome. So, what's a life worth? What is a life worth? Well, to me, it's worth a lot. Because I had 4 sons, and I know that giving birth to them, like, nearly killed me on more than one occasion. And I assume that the man I love, that everybody actually, like, literally you all came out of some woman and having given birth 4 times, I kind of have a good idea of what it's like to give birth. And so I think every woman who goes through that, well, that child is fresh, should be in a just, moral, righteous society. A child that a woman has to go through that for to give life, well, that life should mean something. And I feel like society doesn't recognize that. They don't recognize the value of human life. We've all been taught that we're just cattle and we're meaningless. But some woman, well, she put her life on the line to give birth to. Women die in childbirth, even today. It's a dangerous thing to give life and to give birth. And that woman give birth to you, well, your life matters to her. Well, then you should act like it does. You should act like somebody actually suffered, someone actually sacrificed. Like you should live your life knowing that someone might have died so you could live. And I don't know, maybe that should mean something. Somebody really had to suffer. People died so you could be here, so you could watch this and mock me and disparage me. Somebody died. So I hope that your mockery and disparaging comments, I hope that your hatefulness, well, I hope it was worth somebody dying so you could have the opportunity to mock what you simply don't understand, rather than actually open your heart. If you're going to spend this much time stalking me and watching me and following me and obsessing over me, don't you think you should try to understand why you're so obsessed with me and maybe open your heart just a bit? Maybe I say things that make you uncomfortable. Well, okay. So no one guaranteed that you wouldn't have to be uncomfortable. There's literally nothing anywhere, written anywhere in any philosophy, in any religion, in any political rhetoric. There's literally nothing anywhere that says that you're guaranteed the right to be comfortable. That you're guaranteed the right to never be offended or challenged. That there's no guarantee that your beliefs, your religion, your politics, there's no guarantee anywhere that those things are immune from being challenged and proven. Whatever you claim to believe. Well, if that's what you believe, well, you will be asked to be an example of it. You'll be asked to walk the walk, just like Jesus, right? Think about the claims he made and think about what they made him do to prove it. All he had to raise himself from dead. So if you go making big, bold claims like Jesus, we'll expect that you have to face the same challenge. So be careful what you claim about yourself. If you're not willing to back that up and be that person, be real careful what you claim, what you say about yourself. I am is the name of God. It is. It's the name of God. I am. It's the name of Moses. It was the name God gave to Moses at the burning bush when he told Moses, hey, go get my people out of bondage. Moses said, who should I say is sending me? And what did the Lord reply? I am that I am. is the name of God. Whatever you say after that is what you say of yourself. So it better be fucking true. Don't you agree? You better be able to walk it, talk it, you walk it. Well, I've made some pretty bold claims about myself. And yeah, I've been asked to prove. Well, so far, well, believe it or not, despite claims to the contrary, I have fared very well in this test. What you think they're looking for, well, that may not be what they're looking for. And it may be what they're looking for. And that could be a problem for you. Because it means you're not what they're looking for. Well, that's not my problem. And you're not going to punish me because you're not what they're looking for. This isn't even my choice. I'm just doing what I do. And if it works, it works. If not, well, whatever. But it appears to work. It appears to work. Curiously enough. So maybe there's something to it here. Maybe less mockery just for the sake of it, and maybe actually just really considering what I'm telling you. You're not going to be the deciding factor whether I live or die. Your opinion is really immaterial for my life. But for your own, absolutely, because I am a reflection of something that's already within you. And how you treat me says everything about you and nothing about me whatsoever. So if you're a cunt to me for no reason, well, then you're a cunt, not me. You understand?
She's a
If you
professional
treat me like shit
player.
and stab me in the back and betray me and pretend to be my friend or didn't act outraged and hurt when you get busted doing exactly what I knew you were doing all the time, well, think about who you are. Think about who you are and why you do what you do instead of covering up what you do. Think about what you do. Think about how you do it and what you do. Don't be so focused on covering, like making me look bad to make yourself look good. Just examine yourself. What's the point? What's the harm? Why wouldn't you want to be a better person? Why wouldn't you want to examine yourself and be a better person? When it's clear what you're doing. You're not getting away with things you think you're getting away with. Think about that. You're not as clever as you think you are.
Okay.
And we both are. According to my birth chart, my rising sign is Sagittarius. Now, your ascendant sign, your rising sign, is other people. Your sun sign is what you think you are. Your moon sign is how you feel. Venus is how you love. Your Mercury is how you communicate. Mars, well, that's how you fight. How you act. Well, in my case, those signs, those particular placements, because my sun was in Libra, my moon was in Cancer, my Mercury was in Libra, my Venus was in Scorpio, and my Mars was in Libra. But you take that recipe, you put it together. Well, you got an ascendant sign of Sagittarius. Now, why is that? Well, there's a lot of reasons, but did you know that the Romans called their archers Sagittari? That's the constellation Sagittarius is named after the Roman archer because the archers had such a long reach, right? Bow and arrow could kill you from away. They were like the world's first snipers, right? They could kill you from a great distance. They had long reach, these archers. And there's one story where Egypt and Rome were facing off for a battle. And the Egyptian commander said that he would cut the middle finger because the archers, this is the legend, Roman archers used their fingers to pull back the bow. And the Egyptian commander said that he would cut off the middle finger of every Roman archer he captured. And when this threat made it back to the Roman ranks, well, every archer in the Roman legion flipped the Egyptian commander up the bird. And this is reportedly the true origins of the middle finger. But, so, it's just interesting to me that knowing what I know about the planet Jupiter and its role in the solar system. Jupiter's mass is 2.5 times of all the planets combined. It's only held in place by Saturn's gravity. Saturn and Jupiter form a resonance, and they hold each other in place. And in mythology, well, it was Jupiter who overthrew Saturn, because Saturn used to be the king of the solar system. And then Jupiter, who is actually older and clearly much bigger, well, he entered into them. And it was only Saturn that held him back. If Jupiter had been allowed to even move an inch closer to the Earth, all life on Earth would not exist. Understand Jupiter's gravitational mass is so that it literally pulls Mercury's orbit. And Mercury has an elongated orbit as a result. So if Jupiter ever did anything that pulled Mercury out of its orbit, well, it would crash into Venus and go Venus off course, and that would fuck us all here on down on Earth. We are dancing with angels on the head of a pin at the edge of oblivion. You have no idea how precise the movements of those planets are. They move even a little bit, well, it throws the whole thing off. And life on this planet could not exist. They went Jupiter. It's despite I can't believe that they understood the scientific. They hadn't invented satellites. The Romans, they had no idea. Somebody did. They got that information from somebody, probably the Anunnaki, about the planets. The information that the Sumerians, the ancient people had about the stars and planets, they couldn't have gotten down here. That was sophisticated equipment. So, as it turned out, satellites and rockets and go in space. Well, a lot of the mythology surrounding these planets, well, it's turning out to be true. When you look at it, when you break it down. And so my rising sign is Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. What people think I am, how I present to the world, I present as Sagittarius. And like I said, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and when you look at the characteristics and nature of Jupiter and the role he plays, he overthrew Saturn.
Okay.
He overthrew Saturn. Saturn had a tendency to eat his children, and Jupiter's mother hid him away because she knew that if Saturn found out Jupiter, well, he'd kill him. And then one day, Jupiter showed up out of nowhere and destroyed the Titans. And this story is mirrored in the Enuma Elish when they talk about Marduk slaying Tiamat. The Kuiper Belt, the asteroid belt, well, that's the remnants of another planet that was here, an Earth-like planet called Tiamat, with other names. But yeah, Jupiter overthrew. Well, it wasn't Marduk. Marduk is Mars. What's interesting is that Jupiter has been steadily picking up moons and satellites because his gravitational mass is so big that one of two things either happens. When something gets close to Jupiter, either gets sucked up into its gravity and becomes a satellite, becomes a moon, or it gets kicked back out in space. Regardless, Jupiter is the king of heaven, and my rising sign is Sagittarius.
I thought so.
And so this
But
gives you an idea
personality.
of my reach, what I can do from all the way over here, the influence and impact I have had just by hitting record myself on uploading videos. Oh yeah, there's been some fallout. Oh, there's been horrendous fallout. But it was worth the risk because I see, they're not sending just one mission to Venus. No, I've been talking about Venus and how important she is and her role in the solar system. She is the goddess and the queen of heaven. And until a couple of years ago, everybody was obsessed with Mars. Up until very recently, everybody was obsessed with Mars. But now they're sending not one, not two, but 3 missions to Venus. And before everybody else got on board, before NASA, before the rest of the world, well, the Soviets were already there. The Russians landed on Venus first. So, and there's rumors that the Russians captured a photo of the Venusian surface, and there looks to be a scorpion. The image that they captured from the surface of Venus looks like a scorpion. And I was born on the cusp of Scorpio, and my Venus was in Scorpio on the day I was born. Your Venus sign tells how you love. Well, I love like Scorpio. Take that for what it's worth. And Michael, well, he's a Scorpio born on 11/11. And he's got a Pisces rising. Jesus ruled the age of Pisces. So, I mean, I could take this as far as you want to go. But it just goes to show that, like, when those who want me to think that I don't have any power, I don't have any reach. Well, my rising is Sagittarius. And I know the properties of the planet Jupiter and the power that Jupiter has. See, Jupiter, he protects the rear solar system, him and Saturn. They form a resonance. The gravitational mass is so powerful that together they hold each other in place, but they prevent shit from getting in the back door of our solar system. You got to be slick as fuck to get in. Because if you're not, well, because without Jupiter and Saturn as acting as rear sentries, well, God knows what would be coming in the back door to hit us.
And if Jupiter's gravitational, first of all, Jupiter's gravitational mass can be felt on Earth. It can be those waves, those waves can be felt on Earth. They can be measured from Earth. That's how powerful Jupiter is. And it pulls on Mercury's orbit. Mercury is the Prince of Heaven. And Mercury is the son of the goddess Venus, because he is next to her and the sun. He is between her and the sun, and he is the messenger. Well, he sends those messages. He takes those messages from the sun and sends them, and they come to Venus first, and then they get sent to Earth. And once they reach the moon, well, according to Thoth and Hermes, the role of the sun and the moon in manifesting reality here on Earth, well, everybody knows the moon, power of the moon, to affect tides, to affect emotions. People always talk about full moon. People like to turn a full moon. Well, all of that celestial information that gets sent to the moon, well, it passes through Venus's orbit first, and then it's sent to Earth. And she's the only queen up there. The other satellites named for females, they're all moons of Saturn and Jupiter. They're just satellites. Only Venus reigns. She is the goddess. There is no other female celestial body up there that has the power that Venus has. So much so that they're sending 3 missions to Venus to check her out. They're going to get close to the goddess. And again, like I said, Venus is so inhospitable and so hostile. It's not like Mars. You can't just land a rover. It's very special equipment has to be designed. I mean, getting close to Venus is extremely difficult because she is the goddess, and you don't just fucking log onto her. Getting on that, she'll kill you. And she is my ruling planet. She rules me. But because I'm born on the cusp, Scorpio, right dead center of the cusp on the 21st, well, that means my influence over those backdoor planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, Neptune, well, I have a lot of influence because I'm so close. I'm almost a Scorpio. I have so much Scorpio, almost as much Scorpio in my chart as I do Libra. And Scorpio, well, believe it or not, despite being ruled by this tiny planetoid out in the vast reaches of space, well, according to what I remember of the vision I was given, well, the shot that reorganized our entire solar system and gave birth to the Earth, well, it came from Pluto. It came from Pluto. It came in the back door. And it changed everything a very, very, very long time ago. The planet we know today didn't even exist at the time. It actually gave birth to this planet. What happened out there in the outer solar system? Well, this Earth that we live on now, well, it's the result. And it is the result of, I've said this before, that all the other planets together gang-banged Venus, and the Earth is her daughter. So Venus is the mother of the Earth. And she is my ruling planet, and she is the goddess. And her first name on Earth was Inanna. And she wore a crown of 12 stars, Inanna. She had the divine powers. If you read about it, especially the exaltation of Inanna or Inanna in the mountain, well, you'll see how much power this divine being had on Earth. Not just in heaven, but on Earth. Venus manifested down here on Earth as Inanna. And when you look at the planet Venus, how she sets in the west and rises in the east, and they often say that the story of the descent of Inanna is about the planet's descent, how she set in the west and rises in the east. Well, guess what? My life follows that same path. I was on the West Coast when I met Niles, and had a very weird experience, very odd. An experience that ruined Niles' life, certainly. And I was on the West Coast, and now I'm out east. And the Lions Gate is ready to open, and I'm sitting in front of it with a man who absolutely recognized me before I knew who I was. I didn't have to tell him, he knew. And when I didn't tell him, well, it was no surprise to him at all. He knows. He recognized me. He recognized me from the moment he laid eyes on me. That's why he became so obsessed with me, because he's been waiting for me for a very long time. Because the goddess is about to rise. She's about to rise like the sun. And the Lion's Gate portal is the gate through which she will come. So, just in case you guys are worried, well, oh, I know everybody's like, oh, she's an alcoholic, she's drunk, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not drunk right now. And I'm talking about real serious shit. And if I want to have a glass of wine after work and I want to get a little loose, well, you know, don't condemn me for saying differently than you. And how many of you have your own addictions, your own way of medicating your pain? You all have it. You're no better than me. And besides that, I think it's going to be funny if I do this drunk. It's like having a handicap. So I suggest that you guys start to get a clue about where I am and what this means. The fact that you guys don't know how the solar system works, the fact that you don't know mythology, that you don't know ancient history, will put you at an extreme disadvantage. And so all many of you can do is mock because you don't have a clue. That's my money. It's not going to hurt my feelings because I know the truth. And again, my rising, well, Jupiter over through Saturn. And Saturn, well, he's the god of time. And time is everyone's enemy.
Wow. That's a different take on Diana. Compared to this one. But practice form, see. Looks like it.
I scrolled through and they were running a stream on there. They have on me and little bitch like yes. You little bitch. Little bitch. You're a little bitch, aren't you, Will?
She is mind control, definitely. Repeating the same information. She's drunk completely now.
Let me explain to you how it works. I reflect this change, this sudden change in the weather. Tell me who you are to even request that I make such a change. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? You are nobody. So go ahead. Go ahead. Why would I change the weather of the seasons just for a
Oh
person
gosh,
who are
very
you?
shameful stuff.
You're nobody.
Time to make changes.
No, not really. I don't have a God. Let's try. Next try. I called Will. He hung up on me, and now he answers my calls. Will is dumb. Will is dumb.
She's now calling them. Oh my gosh.
Will is really worried about Sharon. So I'm going to use that. Will is really worried. So I'm going to use that.
Oh, you know, I thought you weren't having anything to do with Will. T.I.'s news. And now she's a strain. Let's check. Wow. Signing out for now.